Tiny Tales TV, where every story is magical.
Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived a poor widow and her only son, Jack. They had nothing left but a small cow named Daisy, and each day life grew harder. One morning, Jack's mother sighed and told him that Daisy must be sold at the market, for they had no money left to buy food. Though Jack was sad, he agreed, and led Daisy along the dusty road toward town. On the way, Jack met an old man with a long white beard and a crooked hat. The man's eyes sparkled as he held out a handful of glowing beans. "These are no ordinary beans," he whispered. "They are magic. Plant them tonight, and by morning, wonders will appear." Jack, curious and excited, traded Daisy for the beans and hurried home. When Jack showed his mother, she grew angry and tossed the beans out the window, calling them foolish. That night, Jack lay awake feeling guilty. But by dawn, a miracle had happened. Where the beans had fallen, a massive beanstalk had grown, stretching high into the clouds, glowing green and golden in the morning light. Jack, filled with wonder, decided to climb. Up and up he went, higher than the trees, higher than the mountains, until he reached a land above the clouds. There, standing tall and glittering in the sunlight, was a magnificent castle. Curious, Jack tiptoed inside. The castle belonged to a fearsome giant, but Jack first met the giant's wife, a kind-hearted giantess. She pitied the hungry boy and gave him bread and milk. Suddenly, the ground shook as the giant's voice thundered, "Fee-fi-fo-fum! I smell the blood of an Englishman!" Terrified, Jack hid while the giant stomped about. Soon, the giant sat down and called for his treasures. A golden hen hopped onto the table and laid an egg of solid gold. Then, a magical harp began to sing sweet melodies all on its own. Jack could not believe his eyes. When the giant dozed off, Jack snatched the hen and scrambled back down the beanstalk. His mother was amazed at the golden eggs, but Jack's curiosity drew him back again. On his second visit, he crept into the castle and stole the singing harp. This time, however, the harp cried out for its master, and the giant awoke with a roar. "Thief!" bellowed the giant, chasing Jack to the beanstalk. Jack slid down as fast as he could, clutching the harp. The giant clambered after him, shaking the stalk with every step. At the bottom, Jack shouted for his mother and seized an axe. With all his strength, he chopped the beanstalk. It cracked and groaned, then came crashing down, sending the giant tumbling to the ground, never to be seen again. From then on, Jack and his mother lived happily, their cottage filled with warmth and plenty, thanks to the golden hen and the magical harp. Jack had traded a cow for beans, but in the end, he found courage, adventure, and a brighter future.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to enjoy more magical kid stories every week.